Recording started. Fleet Street, accident on the line. So the issue today is they banned the post to the home address for the past 2 years, and also the other issue now is that the paid for next day delivery at £10.92 roundabouts should have contained a signature, proper name, first name, last name, followed by a time and a date stamp, followed by the address, because that is a paid contract service. That is now checked on the website, the Royal Mail scam website, to be completely missing. So there's two issues today, isn't there, obviously, at the armoured scam prison in the rubbish dump Tameside. So now look at the actual roadways. Look at the tarmac on the roadways and the tarmac on the pathway. Look at the debris on the streets. The graffiti on the actual walls, look. It's like some kind of slightly distressed rubbish dump, isn't it? The flaking paint on the railings. The bars, the prison institution. The restrictions that perhaps don't make any worded sense. The restrictions on the pole here that perhaps don't make any worded sense. Look, can you see? What does all this say? This is not necessarily being put on social media, is it? Well, it's got area zones, hasn't it? See all the area zones on the piece of paper here, and I wonder what that's supposed to be. It's rather unclear though, isn't it, obviously? Fastened with 2 plastic black cable tacks on some kind of pole that's been put in the ground and doesn't even match the tarmac. Look, I'm just littering debris all over the place. So it's completely bodged, isn't it? So what's the sense in putting a metal pole there for when the sign on top? It doesn't contain a sign, does it? He must have gone over to Rochdale again though, mustn't he? So his actual name is supposedly Andy. What's Andy about having to get your own post? There's nothing Andy about that though, is he? Obviously not. It's supposedly called Andrew Cole, isn't he? Obviously. Postal manager at this location. He must be over at Rochdale again though, mustn't he? He must have gone over to Rochdale though, mustn't he, again afterwards? I wonder what they've got to say today.
That's right, yeah, she stopped it all, didn't she?
And this is what happens though, you can't freaking park anywhere in Ashton, can't you? It's a nightmare.
Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, and it'll be postman because we can't park in the yard, you see. So when it's free, they're going to go there.
And what do the council do? Shove a lot more freaking parking officers on the road, don't
Restrictions, they make it secondarily slightly more difficult than what it already is, without judging the roadways and the parking positions. There's then sufficient capacity to park the cars. In the same way that when the Titanic sunk, they should have made sure that they had enough emergency boats on board the Titanic. But it's
absolutely fine until she went around putting that freaking Ringo in.
What restrictions?
No. The problem around here at the minute is they put Ringo in, and a lot of elder people don't have a smartphone.
And I don't understand that, yeah.
You still have to go on your smartphone.
Yeah, but why are they charging people for parking the land?
That's not the problem. The problem now is there's no restriction at all. So everyone that works in Ashton now, instead of paying what they paid for the last 10 years, which is £3-4 a day, they're all making the most of using the parking bays that are for the shoppers. So now there's no shoppers. Because all the short-sighted bloody business owners and workers are taking all the parking up.
Yeah, but when I was employed, I parked my car in a staff-free car park, and then the public were allowed to park on the streets away from the double yellow lines.
The opposite's happening now. All the workers are parking in the bays, and people that are coming to visit Ashton, they've got nowhere to park. So Tameside's answer is not put the restrictions back up. Tameside's answer is put a lot more parking attendants on to collect the money off them.
Dear. Well, it's just like a difficult scam though, isn't it?
Well, it's a straightforward scam, but the lemmings around here, they keep voting Labour. Right,
well, it needs to be sorted out though, doesn't it, obviously? How are you doing? Okay?
Morning, Gary, not bad, thank you.
Got one parcel. Is he here, actual Andrew
He was
Cole?
on the phone, but I'm going to see if he's available.
I can
for
wait
you.
to see if he's here to speak to, can't I, obviously. Right, what have I got inside here? My bag, see what I've got inside here at least.
I'll get you to sign for this one and then you can pack this one away. Right.
Right. At least I've got a nice canvas reinforced bag and lots of paperwork here at least. Let's put this over here at least. I wonder what this could be. Oh, it must be a load of envelopes from Angela Rayner. Must have arrived rather late. Because you can't even send out responsible worded information, not even written like by George Orwell because he's died, with a rather cheap gravestone. Then what's the sense in that? He writes loads of books and makes quite a lot of money, yet it's got a cheap gravestone. Not very respectful though, is it? It's a bit clearer than a doctor's signature, that though, isn't it? Like a dodgy doctor's signature.
That's not bad at all.
So I need my
Yeah,
glasses
thank
now,
you.
don't I? Is he here to speak to?
He will. I'll just go and give him a shout.
I can wait here a few minutes, can't I, obviously?
That's lovely. Perfect, thank you.
Hi, you alright? You've got your poorly legs there, haven't you, at least? Sad though, isn't it?
What?
Got poorly legs, haven't you?
Well,
Trying to get about on your walking sticks.
well, if you do go around on a motorbike, you take a bit of a risk. And
Oh,
every
is
now
that how
and
you
then-
fell off your motorbike?
Well, someone knocked me off it. But,
Oh dear. It takes time to recover. You get over, the doctor said what's happening with your medical condition.
I found out two things this year. One, I don't bounce like I used to, and two, I don't heal as quickly.
Well, it takes a bit of time to heal though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just take it steady. When my mother had an operation, the council wouldn't provide any secondary support because she had a rib cage broken with the operation to do a heart bypass, so they secondarily wouldn't provide a home help at the address and use the words, you seem to be very sprightly, so we're going to deny you any home help and support at your home address. So the council made a funding decision not to provide any home help for her. They interviewed her and said she was sprightly. Is it Andrew Cole?
It is, yeah.
You're Andrew Cole?
Yeah.
Right, what I need to discuss with you is two issues. First of all, you're charging, right? Try and get my glasses out now. Try and get my bench glasses out now to try and discuss the issues with you now at least. See, you're obviously making a lot of money on Post. There's a proof and evidence you charged me £10.92 for next day delivery. However, on the website, you're missing the proper contract details on the website. You're supposed to provide the proper contract details on the website, and here's a website screenshot. You're missing, I paid for, signed for Post, time, and you're walking away now, ignoring my conversation now. So you've just gone and walked away now for no reason. And I paid £10.92 for responsible post, and you've just broken contract. Do you want to go and bring him back? I can speak to him. Because he shouldn't have walked away then, should he?
Oh, I wasn't here, Gary, sorry. Hold on a second.
Yeah, well, he needs to be brought back, doesn't he? I can speak to him.
Anyway,
Yep.
thank you. That's lovely.
Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome. See you again.
Have a good day, look after yourself. Okay, take care of yourself. That keeping me waiting, but at least the time and date stamps recording the issues, isn't it? They've now gone and walked away from the dodgy offices. So they've now gone and walked away from the job position when I'm asking a customer service question for no reason. What kind of sly tricks is that? They've now gone and walked away.
Oh, sorry.
You can attend here. Right, here's all the evidence. Two issues. They've banned the post for 2 years since the 4th of April 2017. That's 2 years of a home postal ban with the evidence on this document here, log. That's the evidence. Followed by paying £10.92 for next day delivery. to find that the contract agreement of the signature, time and date stamp and the address is missing.
What do you need? A bank card is fine, yes, that's perfect, thank you.
Here's the evidence.
I'm sorry, Gary, I think he thinks it's customer services that they have to deal with you.
No, because I'm not going to phone up an expensive number and be messed around on the phone.
Right.
I need to speak to the manager. Is he over at Rochdale?
Right, bear with me, I'll just ask him
Just
again.
bring him back to the counter, I can speak to him.
That's very professional, isn't it?
Well, it seems to have walked away, doesn't it? It's even got the correct time and date stamp on the thing now, though, hasn't it? So it's an accurate time and date stamp with a rugby wireless time clock. Because I made a mistake 2 or 3 days ago. It had a 1 hour too slow time span, so the real time could have been like midday, but the delayed time on the time and date stamp was 11 o'clock. So now it's got the accurate time and date stamp on it.
Yeah, lovely. So you know where you're up to on it.
So I've got the same details as per the wireless clock, which goes from the rugby time transmitter in the UK.
So it'll change automatically, will it?
Well, it means it's totally accurate per second, on the second per second. It's totally accurate on per second. So I'm now going to discuss these 2 complaint issues now, haven't I? I seem to have walked away for no reason, keeping me waiting.
Thank you.
See you now.
Keep- Is he supposed to be on the way to speak to?
I think he was reading the letter that you left on Saturday, so he's just going through that.
They no longer live at the address.
That's wrong, right, yeah. And that's your ID. Thank you.
That keeping me waiting. So we've now got a visual description of the manager's face, followed by the Gilles Jean illuminous top with the word manager on the back of the clothing. So I've now physically identified the manager, the face and the voice. That'll be kept waiting. That at least could be covered like being on the phone for an hour and a half for the DWP dog, couldn't it? With the total recordings, not forgetting the recordings. Like being on the phone for an hour and a bit with the DWP though, isn't it? Where's this paperwork gone on to? The DWP?
Thank you very much.
Thanks very
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I don't think he's going to come back, Gary. I think he's expecting customer services to deal with it.
Well, I can't phone up an expensive, stupid number and then be fobbed off. I can't do that.
I don't think there's anything that we can do for you at the moment.
There is.
mean,
I
it's
need to
the-
directly speak to the manager and get him to understand the issue. He's gone and walked away. I'll leave all the evidence with you. I'll put it on
Right,
the
okay, have
internet.
you got copies of them?
Scamming the customers. So here's evidence number 1. £10.92 for next day delivery. The following evidence. Look, no signature,
Want to leave it with me,
no
then I'll
time
pass
and
it on
date
to
stamp,
him.
and no address. Look, that's the evidence number 1. That's the same words typed 3 or 4 times for no reason, like a bunch of numpties, followed by some more numpty information. So the only specifics that are actually required is the signature followed by the full name, followed by the time and date stamp, followed by the address. So you've charged me £10.92, look, £10.92 for next day delivery, and provided a scamming postal services, and you have gone and lost the post. And here's another scamming envelope, obviously. And then you've also gone and banned the post for 2 years, since the 4th of April 2017. There's the evidence. So you've actually gone and scammed the customer in Tameside. The total receipt, that's the tracking details on the Royal Mail website, look. So you're supposed to follow a contract. You're missing the signature, the first and last name, the time and date stamp, followed by the delivery address. You're nothing but a bunch of numpties that have better postal service in Somalia. You're nothing but a total disgrace to the British population.
Pass this on to the manager.
Yeah, and
Gary.
your services are nothing but a total disgrace to the British population. You should have learnt from New Mills Postal Services for 55 years, you scamming people. Well, at least I've got the evidence, haven't I? At least certainly won't be carrying back some 3p paper. Scamming postal services with the evidence.
There we are, the packet, that's
now stepping away now from the scamming postal services with the evidence. Now stepped away from the location of Fleet Street, ASHTON, Lancashire, in the borough of Tameside, with the scamming postal services, where the manager decides to walk away with the evidence given already. Look, it's nothing more than a bodged shithole though, isn't it? Like a bodged scamming shithole, isn't it, basically? Look at the frickin' state of the place. It's just a total disgrace though, isn't it, obviously? Look at the state of the place. Royal Mail, it's not even Raw Mail anymore though, is it? It's nothing but a bunch of evil scammers that are scamming the vulnerable, obviously. It's nothing but a bunch of evil, sly, scamming bastards that are scamming the vulnerable. Look, I wonder where he's gone to now. Don't tell me this is on. Are you Andrew Cole? Are you Andrew Cole? I want to speak to you, you scamming person. That seems to be Andrew Cole, doesn't it? GM14RJZ and a Volkswagen, a silver car. That's Andrew Cole, isn't the scamming twat? Not even give me the right staff to speak to.